Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are welcome to business study class. We are to continue with ledger entry posting. Ledger entry. This is the continuation of the class. Today we are to deal with the example of ledger entry. Example of ledger entry account and double entry principle. Example. For Madam Tope withdraw 6,000 naira from bank account for office use. You are to prepare ledger account to illustrate this transaction. Firstly, you will open cash account. You call it cash account. Then you follow the rule of double entry, debit side and credit side. Then all the headings must to appear at the both sides. That is date, particular, folio, amount. That is for debit side. And the same thing at the credit side as well. Date, particular, folio, amount at the credit side as well. That is what we call double entry. When you are preparing any account, you have to follow that principle. That is, the headings will appear at the debit side and at the same time at the credit side. For example, this Madam Tope that draw money, he will draw money from bank account, 6,000 naira to start the business. That money we call it capital. In your class, when you are in your previous class, when you are asked to define capital, that is the money we are using to start business. It may be your money, you may withdraw it from the bank, or you may borrow it. As well, it may be loan. So when you are to prepare the account for Madam Tope, you open cash accounts. Cash accounts, you know, I have told you last week that when you are receiving money, you are to debit that account. When you are paying, you are to credit that account. You are debit the receiving account while you are credit the payment account. So that 6,000 naira, when you are opening the cash account is where the money is coming to. You open the particular will be bank. You write bank under the particular. Then you record that 6,000 naira under the amount at the debit side. Then the other leg will be bank account. This statement is dealing with bank and cash. You draw cash, but you draw it from bank. The first leg will be cash account, while the other leg will be bank account. If you are collecting from one account, definitely that money will go to another account. That is receiving payment. Cash account is receiving the money. You have to debit cash account with 6,000 naira repeated. Your particular will be bank. Bank is the one paying money to cash. Then when you are open bank account is the one paying out the money with the date. Under your date, you write the date 22/2019. Then the particular under that one will be cash. Then your folio number, that is contra entry. Under folio you write C because it is dealing with two accounts, that is bank account and cash account. So under bank account, you credit 6,000 naira under the amount. Then under the particular, you write cash. Example 2. Let's move on to example 2. Example 2 now. Enter the following transaction in ledger account of ABC Enterprises. ABC is the owner of that account. You have to open ledger account for him. The question goes like this. 1/4/2019. He started business with cash, 5,000 naira. That is his capital. 2/4/2019. Bought good for resale. When you are saying bought, that is in accounting terminology we call it purchase. When you bought anything, when you want to post it under the account, you said purchase. Purchase good for resale with cash. 1,500 naira. 4/4/2019, sold good for cash, that is sales. When you want to record it, you don't write sold, you write sales. Sales good for cash, that is 800 naira. Then 6/4/2019, paid rent. You paid rent, ABC paid rent of 200 naira. Then on 7/4/2019, purchase another one on credit from BYZ Limited at the rate of 1,000 naira. When you want to prepare that account, you follow your double entry principle. That is debit side and credit side. Then the same headings, date, particular folio amount at the debit side, then date, particular folio amount at the credit side. When you started your posting, you start your posting with capital. That means the money that you used to start the business. Under the date, you write it 1/4/2019. Then under the particular, you write capital. That is the money you used to start the business. We call it capital in account. You don't write started. Then under your particular, when you want to write your account, you said capital. Then the other leg of that account, where you are bringing, when I am explaining the definition of ledger, I said transfer of accounts from one account to ledger. You are transferring from your sales days book to ledger account, which is done periodically. So that is L1. That L1 is referring to ledger page of where you are bringing that account. That is the other leg. This one is one leg of the account. Account account used to have two legs. That is double entry. Amount, you write 5,000 naira. That's the cash with ABC. They have that. He has that cash with him to start the business. 5,000 naira. Then the next day, he started purchase. He purchased goods for the sale at the rate of 1,500 naira. His payment. He paid that money out to buy goods for the sale. You post it at the credit side, that is 1,500 naira. Then another one on 4, he makes sales of 800 naira. He has that money with him. He's the one with that 800 naira. He's receiving the 800 naira from the customer. You record it under the receiving side. That means at the debit side. Then rent, paid rent out, 200 naira. Purchase, he purchased another thing on credit. That is 1,000 naira. Then you total everything. When you total everything, then you deduct it from 5,800 at the debit side. That means he's still having 3,100 naira. He has spent 2,700 naira out of 5,800 naira with him. That is 5,000 naira capital and 800 naira sales. He makes sales of 800 naira. He's having 5,800 naira with him, but out of that 5,800 naira, he has been able to use 2,700, of which is having credit balance of 3,100 naira. So that is where we get our credit balance. That is balance carried down. So together with it now, with the change with him and what he has spent out, is having 5,800 naira. Then this 3,100 naira, you will bring it to the owner side, the saving side. That means he's having 3,100 naira left with him. Then let's move on to example 3. Example 3. Started business with cash, 60,000 naira. Started business with cash, 60,000 naira. Then 1/1/2020, received cash 40,000 naira from Kola and Son. Paid wages in cash, 3,000 naira. Sold book for cash, 800 naira. Then pay publisher with cash, 1,200 naira. He paid mechanic 1,000 naira. Then purchase goods on credit from Best Say Limited, 1,000 naira. 10,000 naira, sorry. Let's now look at the solution. You have to follow your double entry principle as well. That is debit side and credit side. This is the posting of that account. Capital. Our capital there, the money that he used to start that business is 60,000 naira. You have to record it at the debit side because that is the receiver side. Is the one that owes that 60 naira is the cash with him to start the business. Then followed by the second transaction on 1 January 2020, receive cash 40,000 naira from caller. Caller gave him another 40,000 naira. You have to record it at the debit side as well. Then sales. He makes sales of 800 naira. On 5, he makes sales of 800 naira. You have to record that one at the debit side as well. Then on 3rd, paid wages in cash. He paid wages to the staff, 3,000 naira. Then paid publisher, 1,200. All the payments are to record at the credit side, while all the receipt are to be at the debit side. So running that account, all those folio number is the ledger number. That is the other leg of the account where they are bringing the account. They are bringing it, for instance, this wages, it has already been recorded in the ledger sheet 3. That is why it appears L3 here. So that is the meaning of all those posting under the folio number. So all the payments, all the expenses now is 49,000. Okay, all the expenses there now is 49,600. When you take all the expenses out from the money with them is the total money with the owner of this account is 64,800 naira. Now when you take away the expenses, that means the money with him is 49,600 naira. When you now add 49,600 naira to the money he has been spending, everything must be total up to 64,800 naira. To me, that out of all the expenses he has been spent, he still have 49,600 naira with him. So you can go through all those examples so that you'll be able to solve this question, assignment question. You have to enter this account into college shop, hostel, Islamic college hostel shop account. They started their business with 10,000 naira. Out of that 10,000 naira, they bought good for the sale, 10,000 naira. They sold biscuit to school, 5,000 naira. Then they sold pure water cash, 5,000 naira. Paid pure water supplier, 10,000 naira. Paid electricity, 7,500. So you have to prepare that account and submit it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.